Okay, in this movie, we're gonna talk about I don't know, how about the Illuminati or shadow worshippers? Um, Reptiles, gnomes. I think this might be fitting. Okay, so if you're a capitalist or you believe in something called the shadow government, then you would take all of the fruits and berries and that we should be planting the world with, and you would burn them. Okay? You would burn future food to let the earth grow bigger and feed everything. Sexual energy from something else. Okay? But instead of doing that, you've been letting your government, to burn the seeds. This is a Mason thing, okay? They burn seeds to do like a baby sacrifice of a volcano worship, okay? Now, let's rewind a little bit. You're always being watched, okay? They don't really worship the shadows. They were told by voices to worship the sun and the moon. Okay, so they burn seeds, okay? And then they control the media. And you know how great the media is. Okay, and then they've taught these guys that they do nothing for humanity. Steal oil, kill each other, burn seeds that are their babies. Okay? Shadow people see, we'll talk about heirlooms right now, are their babies. Okay? They're told secondhand, firsthand, that yeah, they stake, murder, and control the land. And burn your babies and disfigure them in fire. We'll talk about the fire entities another day, different than sun. Okay? They have learned every one of your shortcomings and the reason behind why you do them. Okay? When we'll talk about the tree of life and the tree of Odin once, just because you're retarded. Okay? If you have a burb in a tree without a face, okay, that happened one of two ways. Either you cut down a good tree and now all of the owls and ants and all that shit that have died in the land prior to it being cut down were inside of that tree. Okay? And they will remain there until they collect all of the essence that the owl has ever learned through quintessence and ether and sexual enterprise through the serpents of time back to its essence or entity for full prize. Well, what does that mean? I mean, that burb will sit in that tree until all of those spirits are free to go to heaven and to turn into something better than you. Okay? Because they never did anything wrong, and that's the only thing that you do. Okay? So now we'll talk about a drought. Okay? Well, what happens when there's one tree in a field, or if we leave one huge tree and cut down all the rest, but we leave one old growth? Well, now those trees can't work with sun or moon, and what was used by the forest is now one tree. So that one tree will have the one big trapdoor man in it, okay? And now you've killed everybody on the land, which we know you did, okay? And then as that tree runs out of the ability to get water Trees get water from either pulling it down from the atmosphere or sinking into the dirt to a temperature suitable for its pores to exfoliate before it pushes back up. Trees can go up and down. They don't just grow. They're like, what's that thing in your car that pumps oil? Gas, cylinder, whatever the fuck it is. The fucking, whatever. Who cares? You're a fucking idiot. So you've cut down all the trees. And now what's going to happen is every insect, every person, we'll talk quickly about when I'm outside burning, they all say hail is sacred fire, okay? Those firestones just went to Slave Lake at Harrison Hot Springs. Slave Lake. Remember the Rolling Stones, okay? They work with Ant, okay? So now the sacred fire is going over there to see who is connected from the family lines from the slurm from here now to Harrison, to another camp where you have given us poisonous drugs. You sell to the Hells Angels poisonous drugs. You don't care. Where has your thoughts been connected in this travel? Who have you hurt, psychologically damaged here? Who has your grandfather beat up in prison? Who is part of your enslavement over there? And now these rocks have gone. They've gone there. They've been at Slave Lake being burned in sweats now for a few months. Okay, but don't tell anybody. Okay, so now you've cut down the forest and you've left one old growth tree. So now every animal, we'll say now there's a fire just for fun, because that's what we're going to do. We'll burn the ground so you can't harvest the wood and make more money. We'll kill everything there, but we'll tell you we're setting them free. Okay? Because our karmic debt needs us to kill things sometime, so that all the spirits don't have to keep getting reset. So we have one bad spirit, and now we have every animal from the existence from now to Egypt all feeding into that one tree. Every ant, every marmot, everything from Australia's fire. And it's all going to this one tree. As the ground is drying up, the slurm is coming. The slurm, sex fluid, ether, all that garbage is coming up to that one tree, which will be petrified. Before, now they can all communicate. Very easy, and everything's got a different gift. And who's going to delegate it? The trap door guy in my backyard. He can check out my past. If you've ever eaten a blue tortilla corn chip, and push on your eyes, you'll see my grandfather that you killed in the war. Okay? You sunk him on a ship. Good job. Go eat some blue tortilla chips and tell him I said hi. So that's volcano cured. Anyways, keep chainsawing trees down. Keep cutting their limbs. Because now we're connected intergalactically as well. And, I'm just going to tell you I lost my trace of thought. Oh, guess what? I just was outside. Have you looked at the sky? Well, right before the sky changed, I was talking to my buddy. He's a fucking alien. And his ship is fucking, man, like, you know what a nanobot is? Well, his ship is smaller than my fucking fingernail. And it's like, he has it to look like a little jet, like an airplane. And he flew it from the next door neighbor's field with grass, and it just took off, and he took it off nice and slow for me. And then the second that it took off, like a jet, it flew over as a full-size fighter jet that you guys have in the sky. It was like, and then 1 second, and the next second, it was actually up in the sky, projecting itself, shooting out of the orbit. But the fucking thing is this big. It's in my backyard. Anyways, Slave Lake. Hey, check it out. And great job. I just saw your, what's that? Anonymity, omittance, mutton chop, protective custody. I got to do some math. And the Sumerians are calling me. I'll be back. Talk to you later. And remember, don't double dribble.